Hi guys, my name is Megan Rose and I'm going over the principles of design. The second principle we're going to discuss is legibility versus readability. Legibility is the visual clarity of text, generally based on the size, typeface, and contrast, text block, and spacing of the characters used. I personally feel that this principle is very important in the world of graphic design because it helps you create the work that is easy to read for the viewers and or clients that you have. You want to create a piece of work that is easy to read, and with these 5 guidelines you will be able to do that. The first guideline is size. For printed text, the standard size is 9 to 12 point font. You don't want to create an ad for senior citizens with a 10-point size font because 1, they won't be able to read it, and 2, it'll just get all blurry when it gets blown up. The second guideline is typeface. This is serif versus sans serif. If you don't know the differences, serif has the little feet on the end and sans serif doesn't. It typically doesn't matter if you use a sans serif or serif font for design, and try to stay away from typefaces with decorative fonts because it just gets really difficult to read. If you want to use them, try and use them in a header or as an important text font. The third guideline is analyzed versus aliased text. Analyzed text looks smooth because of the pixels added to the smooth transition between the text color, and aliased is more jagged. This is mainly used for printing purposes. The next one is uppercase versus lowercase. Uppercase is typically harder to read because people focus on the shapes and the text, the text size and shapes of it. Lowercase is easier because it has more different shapes. Contrast is common sense. Don't use a light font on a light background. Don't use dark font on a dark background. You won't be able to read it. So focus on using light text on dark backgrounds, dark text on light backgrounds, and don't use red and yellow, whatever you do, no matter if you think it looks good. Text blocks, there's no performance difference between justified and unjustified. For 9 to 12 point type, a line length of 3 to 5 inches is recommended, resulting in maximum of about 10 to 12 words per line. Spacing, it all depends on the leading. This is a good example of legibility in advertising and how you would use it in your design work. It uses all the guidelines that you just heard. It has good font, it has good size, and it has a good color. Legibility versus readability is very easy. You don't want to confuse the two. Readability is the degree to which prose can be understood based on the complexity of words and sentences. Readability is determined by factors such as word length, word commonly, sentence length, number of clauses in a sentence, and number of syllables in a sentence. This is the principle of legibility and readability.